Hello everyone, today we are going to learn about 3D array. So earlier we have seen how to declare an initialized 2D array. We can declare an initialized 2D array like this array, number of rows in the array 2 and number of columns in the array. So this is 2D array and we want to now define 3D array. So we can have one more open and close bracket here. So this is sign of 3D array and number of rows in the array will be 2, then number of again rows will be array will be 2 and number of columns will be suppose 2. So this is known as declaration and initialization of 2D array. So by default it will have 0 as a default value because data type of 3D array is nothing but integer. So integer will provide the 0 default value to elements of this 3D array. So 3D array is nothing but a array, this array, where each element in this array will have 2D array. Okay, each elements in this array will have 2D array elements. Like for one element and first element A and second element B. For A, so this is a array. Okay, this is a array. For suppose that this is 3D array. So A element will have a 2D array. Okay, like values like this is 2D array like this, and B element will also have a 2D array. So this is a multi-dimensional array where each element in this array will have a 2D array. So A element will have 2D array like 1 comma 2, and this element in the array will have 3 comma 4, 3 by 4. Okay, so this is known AB. This is known AB array. AB will known as 3D array, where each element in this array will have a 2D array. So here we have initialized this 3D array with the default values. Here we have declared and initialized this 3D array with the default value, and default value will be 0 because data type of this 3D array is nothing but integer. What we can do, we can provide some actual value to this 3D array. Okay, and we can run into a for loop. Array of ijk will have value equal to value. Okay, and after providing the value we can increment the value also, value plus plus. So this will provide this 3 for loop will provide the actual values in the 3D array. So we are providing actual values in this 3D array. Now we can print this 3D array also like this. We can print this 3D array of 5 comma ijk, array of ijk, and semicolon here. This is printf statement, and after this we can provide a new line statement. After printing this line we can provide 2 times statement. So what's happening in this program? At line number 3 we have declare an initialized 3D array. Here we are providing values in this 3D array, and here we are printing the 3D array. So initially elements of each row will be printed with the space separation. So once we have finished printing the each row, we will provide the new line statement. Once we finish printing this 2D array, because the outer array will have element as a 2D array. Each element of the outer array will be a 2D array. So once we finish printing the 2D array, then we will provide the 2 times new line space. So we will be able to identify the element of each array which has a 2D array itself. So let's run this program and see the output. So this is our program. Here what we are doing, we are declaring and initializing a 3D array. So since data type of this 3D array is integer data type, so initially this array will have 0 values. So this line number 3 will be executed. Okay, so this is array, this is our actual array, and each element of this array will be a 2D array. Like this 0th index array, element of 0th index will have 2D array. So this is our 2D array. Okay, here this is row number, this is column number, and 0th row will have elements of as in this array, and first column will have elements as this array. Okay, so and here first index column will have a 2D array. So this is our 2D array for the first index column. This is our 2D array. So zeroth column will have this array, and first column will have this array. Okay, so this whole thing as can be known as a 3D array. And in this 3D array, each element will have a 2D array. This is a 2D array for the zeroth index element, and for first index element, this is 2D array. Okay, now we are declaring and initializing value, so value will become 1. So value will be 1. So initially I will be 0, I less than 2, I less than 2, this condition will be true. And j will be, initially j will be 0, and array of I dot length will be, array of I will be 0. So this dot length will be 2. So 0 less than 2 will be true. So uh, one more inner for loop will be executed, k for loop will be executed. Okay, j is 0 and 0 less than 2, this condition is true, so this for loop will be executed. Initially k will be 0, so initially k will be 0, and 0 less than array of I j. Array of I is 0 and j is 0. Array of I is 0 and j is 0. So length of this array will be 2. So k less than 2, this is true. So line number 10 will be executed. And we are saying array of I j k will equal to value. Value is 1. I is 0, j is 0, k is 0. So I will be 0 here, and j will be 0. So for 0th index, j will be 0 here. Okay, j will be 0 here, and for k, this will be k. For k 0, it will update this 0 with the value. So this will become 1. So it has become 1. And we are doing value plus plus, so value will be updated. Value will become 1. Okay. So now I is 0 and j is 0, k will become 1. We are incrementing our k. So k will be 1. And we are saying that, so k is 1. So k 1 less than ij dot length. I is 0, j is 0. So I0 will be this thing and j0 will be this thing. So length of this array is 2. So 1 less than k is 1, 1 less than 2. This condition is true. So line number 10 will be executed. Ijk. So k is 1 right now. So this value will be updated as 2. Okay. This has become 2, and value plus plus value will become 3. Okay. Now we will increment our k. K will become 2. K less than array of ij. Array of I is 0, j is 0, and length of this array is 2, and k is 2. 2 less than 2, this condition is false. So we will come out this most inner for loop, and k will be 1 because k is a local variable to this for loop. See, k is gone. Now j will be incremented. J will become 1. J will become 1. And what we are checking this condition. Array of I dot length, array of I is 0, dot length will be this array, 2. So j 1 lesser than 2, yeah, this condition is true, 1 lesser than 2. So we will execute uh, line number 9. Okay, because line number 8 condition, just j lesser than 2, this condition is true. So line number 9 will be executed. In line number 9, we are declare and initializing k. So k will be 0. Okay, k will be 0, and we are checking array of ij dot length. K less than array of ij dot length. 0 less than array of ij dot length. I is 0, so I is 0 here, this array, and j is 1. So j1 will this array, j1 will be this array. So this is length of this array is length of 2. So 0 less than 2, k is 0, 0 less than 2, this condition is true. So array of ijk means I is 0, j is 1, and k is 0. So this element will be updated with the value. So it will have value as 3. So here it will have 3 value. See, value has updated as 3, and we are doing value plus plus. So value will become 4. Here it will become 4. C4. Again, we are iterating through the loop, k loop, inner k for loop. So k will become 1, k will be 1, and we are 1 less than array of ij. Array of ij is nothing but this array dot length 1 less than 2. This condition is true. Line number 10 will be executed. Array of ij k equal to value. So k is 1, I equal to 0, and j is 1, j is 1, and k is 1. K is also 1. So this value will be updated with the value. So it will become 4. It will become 4. And value will be incremented. Value will become 5. And here we will increment k. So k will become 2. And so again we will compare 2 less than 2. This array dot length is 2. So 2 less than 2. This condition is false. So we will come out this inner k for loop. We will come out from this for loop. Okay. So now here j will be incremented. J will become 2. Okay, 2. So it says 2 less than array of I dot length. I is 0. Array of I, this is 0. Array of I 0 represents this array. This array dot length will be 2, and j is 2. 2 less than 2. This condition is false. Yeah, this condition is false. So we will come out this j for loop. J will be gone because j is a local variable to this for loop. J will be gone. Okay. And we will increment our I. J is gone. We will increment our I. I will become 1. And 1 less than 2. This condition is true. Okay. So line number 8 will be executed. We will declare and initialize J. J will become 0. Okay. J will become 0. And now we will check for this condition. J area of I dot length. I is 1. So I is 1 will be here. I 1 will be here. I here 1 dot length. Length will be 2. Okay, this will be length 2. So 0 less than 2 length. 0 less than 2 length. This condition is true. So inner for loop will be executed. Line number 9 will be executed. And we have declared and initialized k. Initially k will be 0. K will be 0. K less than array of I j dot length. Okay. So k will be 0. Array of I is 1. So I will be 1. And array of j will be 0. 0 will be 1 here. 0 will be 1 here, and k less than length, k less than length, k less than length will be k less than array dot length. K is 0 and length of this array is 2. 0 less than 2. This condition is true. So line number 10 will be executed, and we are k is 0. So this value will be updated as 5 because value has 5. Okay. So it will become 5. See here. And we are incrementing value also. So value will become 6. Value has become 6. And here we will increment our k will become 1. So k less than array of I dot j dot length. Array of I is 1, and j will be this thing, this array. This array has 2 length. So 1 less than 2. This condition is true. 1 less than 2 condition is true. So line number 10 will be executed. So line number 10 we are updating array of I j k. K is 1. So this element will be updated with the value 6. Okay. So it will have value 6, and we are updating value. So value will become 7. So value will be 7, and here we will increment our k. K will become 2. 2 less than array of ij. 2 less than this length of array will be false. 2 less than 2 will be false. So we will come out this inner k for loop. And now j will be incremented. J plus plus. J will become 1. So j will become 1. So and we are checking this condition. Array of j less than array of I dot length. So I is 1. So I is 1 here. Okay. And j is also 1. So j is 1 here. J is 1 here. So array of ij will be this array. This array dot length. This array dot length will be 2. So j less than 1 less than 2. 1 less than 2. This will be array of I. Array of I. Okay. For k, array of I will be this thing. Okay. Dot length is j is lesser than 2. So this line of code will be executed. Inner for loop line number 9 will be executed. In line number 9 we are seeing array of I is equal to 1, j equal to 1, and area of ij will be this array. So k less than length of this array. So will be will be 0. First let me declare and initialize k. 0 less than 2, this condition is true. 0 less than 2, this condition is true. So line number 10 will be executed. Area of ij k will become value. So value will be 7. Value will be 7. And we are incrementing value, so value will become 8. And k will become 1. 1 less than this array of length will be true. 1 less than this array of length, this array length will be 2. So 1 less than 2 will be true. So line number 10 will be executed. And area of ij equal to value. Value is 8. So here value 8 will be assigned. Here it will have value 8. So value 8 will be assigned. And we are incrementing value. So value will become 9. So it has become 9. And k will become 2. K plus plus here. K will become 2. And 2 less than area of ij dot length. Area of 1, I is 1. Okay. I is 1. So 1 will be here. And j is also 1. J is also 1. So j will be here. So area of ij will be here. So area of ij length will be 2. So and k is also 2. 2 less than 2. This condition has become false. This condition is false. So we will come out the inner for loop, inner k for loop. So we will be here and we will increment our j. So we will increment our j and we will evaluate. So j will become 2. Okay. So we have incremented j, j will become 2. So here we are saying 2 less than area of I dot length. Area I is 1. So I is 1. This array. So j less than this array dot length. This array dot length is 2. And j is also 2. 2 less than 2. This condition has become false. This condition is false. 2 less than 2 condition is false. So we will come out this j for loop also. Okay, we will come out this j for loop. See here. And we are saying I less than 2. So we will I will be incremented. Okay, I will be incremented. I will become 2. So 2 less than 2. This condition is false. 2 less than 2 condition is false. So we will come out this I for loop also. Okay, we are out of this I for loop. Also. And here we are doing nothing. We are just printing values 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 residing in this array. Okay, so this is 3D array. Each elements in the 3D array will have the 2D array. So first element of this array will have this 2D element. Okay, 2D array. Second element, first index element will have this 2D array. Okay, so 3D array is nothing but a array in which each element of the array will have a 2D array. So here we are printing values in these 2D arrays. So let me run through this program. So see this array, this 2D array is printed 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4 is printed. Then we will have separation of 2 lines. Here we have printed 2 lines. So we will separate these 2D array by 2 lines. It didn't happen. Okay, I have this for loop out of here. This should be here. Okay, then 5, 6 and 7, 8 2D array is printed. Okay. So this is all about 3D array.